What's up, Rockstars? Welcome to a very sad video. We're going to cover something quite tragic with Chip Theory games. It's super unfortunate. As always, thank you for watching and supporting the channel. There are links down in the description below to everything, including my Patreon. With that, let's actually quickly thank Into the AM because they have a huge sale going on right now. I'm wearing one of their shirts right now. 80% off, up to 80% off all this stuff. And I offer a 10% coupon code just for viewers, just for you guys. There's a link down in the description below. That's up to 90% off. Okay, that is insane. It's a crazy deal. Real quick, I'm just going to show you. This is only here for like 4 more days. So very, very quick sale. They got some new stuff. Look at this Final Wish tee. Look at that. I mean, even their new stuff is on sale. You can get this shirt for $5. $5. That is amazing. This shirt right here, I just showed this the other day to you guys. $10. Great shirts, great quality, great design, good company. They have a great attitude about work ethic and product and quality and being there for the consumers. It's great. 10% off code, link down in the description below, 80% off sale. You definitely want to check it out. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into it. This is Chip Theory's game's latest on Kickstarter. It's Hoplomachus. I'm probably saying that wrong. Look, they named it for historical accuracy, not for little old me to be able to pronounce it. That's fine. That's okay. I can do Victorum though. Anyway, it's a very cool looking game. I think it has some of their best art that they've produced. I typically am not a huge fan of their art, but this one, like, it looks pretty darn good. There is some serious issues, and I'm talking thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars that they are losing now. Let's discuss what we can do. Before I do that, though, before I get into this, I want to quickly do a disclaimer, just so you know where I'm coming at from there. I have never received anything from Chip Theory Games except doubt about my sincerity and authenticity when it comes to what I do on this YouTube channel. In other words, my interactions with them has actually been kind of skewed towards the negative side. So just know that I'm not doing this because I'm trying to help a friend out or because I'm buddies with them and I think they should, like, you know, get whatever. I just want to make that perfectly clear because I know sometimes, you know, you get a content creator that's like too lovey-dovey to something, you start wondering, okay? So like I've not... My interactions with them are very limited, and of that, it wasn't exactly the most positive experience I've had. So please, at least note that. With that being said, I'm still here talking about this because it's super important. And I think they do a quality job giving consumers exactly what they want at a great price too. Now, they have some odd marketing stuff that's a little bit kind of FOMO-ish when it comes to like early backings and stuff like that. But, you know, other than that, just their normal product stuff is solid. However, they are in a pickle, and there might be something we can kind of do about it, at least a little bit. So what's going on? Well, they're making this game, right? And they've been saying, hey, you'll get it like October-ish, right? Which just means soon, right? Real soon. Mass production should be done, and they're about to go on ships and go out, right? Well, that was the case, except not anymore. What happened? So if you didn't know, let me go to the campaign. I'm sure they show this. They do a lot of these, right? These little kind of, they remind me of Pogs, but they're essentially poker chips with the like art on it and some stats. Equivalent to kind of a standee, but they're these really thick, very nice feeling chips that they have. Hence the Chip Theory games. And that's what they do along with a whole bunch of neoprene mats and stuff like that. So they had these, and notice they're colored, you know, purple, green, blue, red, white, you know, all that kind of stuff. I think that's a brown maybe. Now the issue came in that they found out, I don't know why you put me down there, they found out in all 10,000 copies that they made a huge print run of everything, and only at the end did they find out that it's incorrect. They have the correct amount and the correct amount of each color, right? And so they come in these little like little wrapped tray kind of things, right? So you have like all the purple you need. The problem is they do duplicates. The issue with this is by E-Star. So E-Star did their manufacturing, and E-Star is the one that did this goof. So you'll see, oh, hey, they have 12 purple or whatever. But you actually have to open that up, look through them, take out the duplicates, and find the ones they're missing and put the missing ones back in. So they still have the correct amount of purple, but the correct ones. You should have unique discs and unique chips for each one. So that is a massive setback. Now, thankfully, they found it before they shipped it, because if they had shipped it, they would now have to replace every single person's copy. So that would be bad. That being said, they still have to fix every single person's copy just before they send it out. That's going to take a long time for eStar to do that. They still have to do it all by hand, and it's eStar that has to do it, and they're going to have to open each one, open the packs, make sure everything's all right, put it back in correctly, and then seal it off. So that's going to take months of time. We're talking like February kind of thing. Like this is going to, because eStar still has other people they have to serve and stuff like that. So they're still doing manufacturing, and so they have to do that. This affects a huge amount of stuff. It affects their retail presence. It affects them sending out their product before launching another thing, right? Because they have Skyrim coming up here early 2023. This affects their time at market for the November to December holiday sales season that they make a ton of money at, just like every other company. It affects web store presence. It affects everything. It affects them as a company and in a way, in an amount that they couldn't even fathom until after the fact, where they start trying to figure out, okay, how many tens of thousands of dollars do we just lose or more because of this issue? Now, I don't know if their contract with eStar has any KPIs, which are key performance indicators. In other words, like do you have like a threshold for correctness and stuff like that? A lot of times contracts in very established industries, in other words, probably not here, I have my doubts, have a lot of stipulations on you will do this, you will be within this margin, you will be this prompt, you will do these checks, blah, 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 blah. And without that, there are penalties. In other words, you as a company are making a contract with this company, and you both are making sure that you're staying in line so you're not costing each other money. Because it's been the other way around, right? Archon famously lost a ton of money with the little chibi game. I can't think of it right now. I keep wanting to say super fight thing, but it's not that. And anyway, there was a little chibi game, I can't think of it right now, that like had all the stuff printed and then couldn't pay for it to like be shipped and sold. And so Archon was stuck with all the cost and none of the payment, right? So that kind of stuff, Super Dungeon Explorer, there it is, happens on both sides. And as far as I can tell, I don't think there's really a whole lot of contractual KPI obligations for either side, which makes it kind of mutually understandable and helpful for an indie thing, but sucks when something like this happens. In other words, I don't think, even though it's eStar's fault, I don't think eStar is necessarily going to give them a cut or make it to, oh, you know what, never mind, don't pay us for this because we just cost you all this money or anything like that. And it's hard to put a dollar amount towards this. Now, there is a little bit that we might be able to do because, I mean, again, this is going to hit them hard. They're a company of 18 employees, so it's still quite small and indie. It's a little bit larger than some, but certainly smaller than others as well. And they really focus on kind of this more or less one game at a time throughput that's now botched to who knows when. They have 150 copies they were going to bring to Essen that also had to be fixed, but the eStar agreed to fix them very quickly. So those are fixed and they could still go to Essen. However, that would mean that they are selling that before other people get there. So they're kind of like asking a little bit for permission. I would encourage you guys to not care if somebody gets the game before you, but care about the game and the quality of it and about the company you're buying it from. And not be like, well, I get my enjoyment from him not having something, if that makes sense. So, because it hurts the company too. The company needs to be able to sell these things. In fact, I would think they should do like an auction. They should be like, we have 150 copies as a thank you for any kind of donation or something like that if they need it. I don't know their financials, but I would almost be on board with that. Like, let's actually, instead of just going to Essen, whoever can be there can get it, we're going to send these out. Right? It'll replace your copy or whatever. So it's not like we're even out anything like that. Maybe it's extra. I don't know. And then have people be able to donate and still kind of do it. That's kind of how I do my donation. And it works quite well in that it helps bring eyes to it, but it's still very much I'm not buying a product. I'm actually donating to somebody or something that I believe in, that I want to succeed. And I might get something kind of neat back kind of thing, if that makes sense. Perhaps that's something they could do. I don't know. But either way, they're at least asking, hey, can we sell these 150 copies? I ain't going to pay 18 employees wages for, this many more months. And hopefully eStar isn't charging them to fix it. That would be terrible. Hopefully eStar is at least fixing it for free. Really, really, really unfortunate. So, I mean, that's kind of the gist of it. I don't want to drag this video on too much. Just if you have any ideas or if you have any support, if nothing else, moral support does help in times of needs. I know it does for me. I'm sure it does for them too. So give them a shout out. Let them know, hey, that really sucks. We're feeling for you. At the end of the day, we want all of these companies to be financially secure enough to be able to give us great deals and provide great customer support. And all of that costs money, which means they need to be financially stable to where they're not desperate, or to where they can offer those deals, they can offset costs and stuff like that. All of that is because they are successful. And so we want them to be successful, especially when it's a company that seems to be delivering nothing but quality to its backers. So anyway, that's it. Again, if you have any ideas or you want to reach out either to them or to me and kind of think about what we can do as a community, as an industry to not only fix this problem, but hopefully prevent it from going in the future. I don't know if that's the introduction of KPIs. I don't know if it's any kind of contractual obligations to meet certain demands. That can benefit companies like Chip Theory Games that are very established, but for some indie guy that's his first time, he might not be able to make those. And so manufacturers need to be accommodating, and that means we need to be accommodating back when it comes to timelines, especially, and stuff like that, because they have to set, eStar needs their print runs going at a certain time. They need their employees doing a certain thing. So their employees fixing this isn't exactly what they wanted either. So it's messy. It's messy. It's super unfortunate. And it sucks that it happened to them. And it sucks that it's affecting so many people too. So anyway, that's it. That's all I had. I'll have another news video up shortly. There was some announcements of some new things coming out that you will be interested in. Some reprints of failed games. It's some big news. So that'll be coming here shortly, along with my Darkest Dungeon review. I need to get more time with that. But for now, shout out to Chip Theory Games, and I'm really sorry for the situation. That really sucks. And before you go, remember there is a huge sale, 80 to 90% off with my code. Link down in the description below to Into the AM. They have fantastic shirts, great quality. You'll love it. Check that out. And with that, take care, guys. Bye.